So, quick segue. I wanted to get your opinion on something. It's kind of could be considered a general talking point, but I think it's always good sometimes to throw out general things and see where they go. So the question is, what are some of the biggest obstacles when it comes to facing fear? So,
well, I mean, there's loads. You know, when you speak about fear, you're speaking about the main things are fear of humiliation. Yeah, I mean, fear of failure.
yeah.
And then fear of success as well. Those three are big and really powerful, and all of them are like, I don't know if I've ever experienced anyone that's had all three, but all three of them are like the pillars, I feel like, from what I've read and my experiences myself. And
They quite commonly come up in conversation. Yeah.
because, you know, should I do this? Should I try that? Because if it fails, I guess humiliation and fear of failure go together.
Hand in hand.
Because if it fails, I'll feel humiliated.
yeah,
or,
embarrassed.
you know what I mean? Or, you know, I'm supposed to be at this stage of my life right now. Or like, I was supposed to sign pro, or I was supposed to be successful by now, or supposed to do this, or supposed to own a house by now. That's humiliating, man. Like, so I'm just gonna bottle it up, and you know. And then the last one, like, fear of success. That's a real thing, man.
Bro.
People start to sabotage themselves by accident because they got a fear of success. It's a real deal, because a lot of it is around, like, centered around, once I get there, I now have this responsibility and obligation to stay there.
Precisely.
The pressure's
you
high.
built up something now.
I mean?
Where it's like expectations are higher.
Expectation. If I don't continue to stay there, I feel humiliated. You know what I mean? They also,
especially, let's say, if you throw in like somebody come and starts the game and they have just begun and you've been doing it for 10 years, let's say, and they come in and within a year or two, they've kind of got more clients or intel and you know, resources that they've been able to get in a short space of time, because then, you know, the circumstances could be completely different, but people are always going to look at it objectively and say, you just haven't worked as hard.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? To a certain degree. So
and also, like, you know, more on like fear of success. It's like, if you open a company, you start a business, and you are this like I was for a long period of time, you're the sole person who's driving it. Your only responsibilities are you in it. That's it. As long as you keep the lights on in your house and keep food on your place, it's calm. Keep doing what you do and keep making decisions that impact your business, which really goes and impacts your livelihood. You get another coach in, you got to think about his too. You get another staff in, you got you got bills to pay. But you want him more of their time. They got bills to pay, so you got to supplement. Do you see what I'm saying?
That time.
You got to supplement that time, but also, you know, a lot of the people that, when you start a business, the people that you bring in already have jobs a lot of the time. They're just doing sometimes it's voluntary, sometimes it's like sessional or whatever it is, but you want more of that person's time because they're cold, so that you can free up more of your time so you can build the business. But then that person's got a mortgage to pay for. That person's got food to eat.
Kids.
So now it's like you're responsible for more people's livelihood, which can be scary. But that's success. You know, the more success you get, the more responsibility you have, which is scary.
100%.
So that's what that fear of success goes around, man. So
that's a serious one. I mean, I like the point about success more, because I guess that's less spoke about than the other two, because I mean, fear is I think fear of failure is the biggest one. Because everyone talks about that, and it's natural because it's the one that happens so common. People are going to fail more often than not, or more often than they succeed, should I say. So, but the essence of like the fear of success, I think that's a real one as well.
100%,
very real one, and it's not spoken about in much depth. So, you know,
it's dangerous as well, because like it starts with fear of failure. You know, you start something, everyone's gonna have some fear, like being like having courage or being brave don't mean you're not scared. You're just scared and you do it anyway. So
precisely,
everyone that's actually got to a certain level of success or whatever it is, like whatever you deem success is, you were scared, innit? Like, but you was brave. Whereas somebody else had a fear of failure, and it overcame them and stopped them from doing what they needed to do.
I get you.
So now you have that fear of failure. Let me overcome it. You bust through, keep going. You will experience it again. Bust through, keep going. Now you hit this next wall that you've not experienced before, which is fear of success, which can knock you back to fear of failure. So you get caught in this sort of like seesaw,
like a
pendulum, where you just say, okay, let me get some momentum and get out, fear of success, and back down here again, and just sort of being aware of it is the first step often in a lot of things, It's like, I do it myself. Sometimes I say, I literally do this. I literally do this and say and just shake it off. I literally do that so many times. So if you ever see me in the day and I do this, it means something came into my mind and I was about to sabotage.
I get you, and then you just had to.
What am I doing?
I get you.
Just get out.
Yeah, just
what are you doing? Relax, bro. Like, it's cool, it's fine, it's lit. Like, we go again. Yeah. And I do that bare.
It's like an affirmation. In a sense. But like in a positive way.
Yeah. So but I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't aware of. Before, when I was younger. Yeah. I might be like, even like in a relationship, I might be like, not bun this, man. Chief, I'm gone. Like, and it's the smallest things. But now it's like I might have some snippet of that in my mind. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Get back to reality. Like,
get back to
we're in a good position. Like, this is successful. Yeah. This small thing doesn't outweigh all the good things. Yeah. And I'm not going to sabotage myself. And the same goes for business too. Business, life, education, everything. Yeah. So first success is a big deal, man. Yeah,
that's huge, man. I think in my case, just adding on to that a little bit, I'd say fear of success is something that I wasn't really privy to from a young age as well, because it's hard to gauge. Everyone's success is different. That's one thing, and it's variable. So, for me, my success was doing well in school, doing well in football and sports. But then also being a good person was actually one of my fairly higher priorities. Like, I felt like I was a good friend, a good person in general to kind of get along with. So that was kind of high up on the priority list. But then you get older. Life kind of hits you in different ways, and you kind of take a few hits, take a few punches and bruises, and then you kind of
like getting the money sometimes.
You realize that, all right, cool. Like, I understand I've got that slick, calm, get along with people. But I've got to develop that other side of the bite, the grit. I've got to get to it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that balance of knowing when and where to use them is kind of hard sometimes for young people to find out. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, not even just young people. I got a friend, like, and he will know who I'm talking about too. So he's a killer, man. When I say a killer, I say this about people who are go-getters. People that get after it. People that, go through hardship and they're like, nah, let's go. People that have talent, people that have potential, people that have things that I get to see, luckily, and they don't show to everyone else. I'm like, no, trust me, that brother's a killer. So I can give you a list of killers on my phone. So this guy in particular, he's a killer, and I know he's a killer, but I'm probably one of 4 in the world who do know. He's crazy, but got crazy, and he's not a young person. Like, he's younger than me, younger than us. Like, but he's not a child. He's
great.
So it's like it's a big sort of thing to have, sort of way over you to go and fulfill your potential and realize that there's a time where I need to just switch it on and show some level of arrogance and show some level of forwardness to bust through and get through. Otherwise, you get caught up in, no, I don't care what people think of me. That's fine, like, that's fine, but you need to be aware that what people think of you often closes or opens doors. Because what they think of you, they're not going to tell you. It's the conversation they have when you're not there that potentially opens a door that you didn't know, and it comes around a corner and opens up a door. Or you need to reach out to somebody, hey, can you connect this dot for me? And the door opens. But if they don't think nothing of you, they don't think you're a killer, they don't think you're a go-getter, they don't know you're a go-getter, they don't know your potential, those doors stay closed for longer. Because they're like, he's fine where he is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's comfortable. It goes back to something my dad always used to say to me too when I was younger, and he always used to say, don't be worried that a lot of people are paying you attention. Be worried when they're not. And when you're young, you just kind of take it for what it is, and you're like, oh, I'm not doing what it means, but you're still in that mindset of, like, especially you're being an athlete, you can speak to this, being on the playground and being quite popular in terms of football. So you're quite well known, you know a lot of people, fairly popular, whatever that means. So it's just kind of interesting that, like, I didn't really look at it that way. And as you get older, you really start to appreciate what that means, because you see it in life with people that have given that mentality of, I don't care what people care about me, whatever, I'll just let it slide, I let it slide. But really, it's kind of a little bit of, you want to be recognized, but I don't think a lot of people want to admit that. Because it looks like you're being selfish or arrogant, whatever.
Of course, like, there's an element of that is valuable. Not caring what people think of you. There's an element of it that is valuable, because if you care all the time too much, you're not going to do anything. Do you know what I mean? But like, if it's like the other way, where you're saying, I don't care what people think of me, that's why I don't show my potential. It's different. But if you like show your potential and you go crazy, and you got some haters and you don't care what people think of you, okay, that's better. So, you know, my advice really, you know, and I'm not, again, I don't know everything. I'm still learning, I'm still progressing myself. And I speak about authenticity. Everything I say to the young people at Casual Ballers, I'm genuinely doing, you know, generally, or trying to do, or going back to, or fell off it and trying to get back to. So like, but anyway, my advice would be, identify your potential, identify what you're doing, and do something like every day, one thing every day that shows somebody that how good you are. Otherwise, what's the point of being the best kept secret? The graveyard, the wealthiest place is the graveyard. Like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm the other way. I'm like, how dare you not know how good I am? Do you know what I mean? How dare you?
Yeah.
Like, you may have caught me on an off day today, but I promise you, I'm a killer.
Yeah. You're going to know about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of these, you know, 365 days, you caught me on the one day. That's bad.
Yeah.
So I'll catch you next year and you'll see what I got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like you do need that element inside you to say, you know, like, I'm good enough.
Yes. Yeah,
You
exactly.
know? I was talking about this again with another player, talking about, he's the type of player he beats himself up, He'll score a sick goal, and he'll you know, play it down, cool, be the cool kid. Then he'll miss the target and go, be so frustrated, and over time that compounds to like lower and lower and lower confidence, lower belief. I said to him,
you're not balancing it out.
You're not balancing. Exactly. You're being hard on yourself, but you're doing sick, and you're not doing anything. You're neutral. I said to him, you need to celebrate your successes, and that goes back to, you know, you need to identify when you're sick. You need to show people that you are sick, and celebrate your successes as much as you want to do better when you don't do well.
Yeah.
You know, you got to sort of balance it out. And the same goes, you know, that like transfer, it's so transferable. So we speak about like, you know, coaching. I speak about it with my young coach all the time. I say, bring the heat when they're not doing well. Bring the heat, but also keep the same energy in a positive way when they're doing sick. Rave when they're doing sick. Yeah. Oh man, like Phil.
Yeah.
Raw, is that you? Yeah.
What?
But then you do. Hey, you gotta get sharper, be brighter. You gotta keep the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Both ways, and that's how it sort of should go when it comes to belief as well. Belief in what you're doing, and if you're gonna beat yourself up bad, when you score a tap-in, you better do a backflip. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna beat yourself up, you know what I mean, not too bad. When you score a decent goal, little fist pump's all right. You know what I mean? I feel like you got to balance it.
You got
to balance it.
I like that, and then it will be unique to each individual as well too.
1,000,000%.
So that's
1,000,000%.
No, but that's deep though, and I think that's something for people to just ponder on a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, first step is the understanding.
Yep, awareness.
Awareness that majority of the planet go through these things.
Yeah.
They're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. Like Tony Robbins says this all the time. All of the problems that you have are not yours, bro. Like, they're not yours. Bare people have had them. Why are you owning it for?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he even calls people out in the audience, and he says, okay, cool, why are you struggling? Or why is your business not doing well? Or why is your relationship not doing well? Yeah. And they'll say like, you know, I feel like lack of confidence. Or I feel like the market's against me. Or, you know what, like, I feel like so and so was rude to me.
I can't get a good job.
Yeah. I'm fearful of this. I'm fearful of that. Sick, yeah. And he's like, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Those aren't your thoughts. Like, those thoughts have been around for millions of years, but you keep owning them. That's why they keep eating you up. Like, so it just goes to what you say. Like,
that's powerful.
And that goes right back to fear as well. Like,
so
fear of humiliation, fear of failure, fear of success. They're not yours, innit? So stop holding on to them so much.
It's true.
It's everyone.
Such a large group of people that fall into that category. Yeah, you're so right. And I think step one being the balance. Step one being the awareness and understanding. Step two being able to kind of find where your balance is, and I think the best way of doing that or finding what that is speaking with people.
Yeah,
speaking with like minds.
Experiment, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a saying. It's like, how do you make good decisions? For experience. How do you get experience? Often from bad decisions. So when it comes down to knowing how to find a balance, it's gonna be a trial and error. You're gonna trying to find a balance. Okay, that one weren't it. Okay, that one weren't it. Okay, that one weren't it. Which is about fear of failure, which is failing.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Like you fail to succeed. Like you fail a million times so you can be successful. Yeah. So you actually, failing, you shouldn't be fearful of it. You should encourage it, really. So I'm gonna try this time, and then if it don't work, okay, cool. I know that don't work, but I'm one step closer. Will Smith talks about, like, you want to build a perfect house. You don't start off by saying, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest house. You start off by saying, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. You do that every day, and soon you have a perfect house. So that's what, like, success is. That's what, how you deal with fear of failure. You fail a little bit, like, no, you're just going to lay this brick, just one brick, 1%, one session, 1 week, 1 day, every single day. Soon you get a perfect house. Soon you be successful over a period of time.
That's heavy. Yeah, now real talk. And I mean, you hear a lot of things in terms of motivational speakers, and we see so many of them online now, and a lot of it gets thrown away as, like, jargon or marketing or whatever. But like, the realest answers are the simplest. Most of the time, I think we're looking for some exotic answer, something that is extravagant and exciting. I think we need the simple answers, and I think we need to develop, like we talked about, that balance, that understanding, and develop consistency in what you love. Like, so many people are going around not doing things they're passionate about. I think find that first passion, and this is why it's so deep speaking with someone like you, because we have the same passion, and 20 plus years later, we're still able to kind of pass that along, still be involved, and that's why I love sport. I love football particularly. It just really brings out, I think, the best and the worst characters.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, like, talk about, like, finding your passion. A lot of people, I don't know what I'm passionate about. Just try something, fail at it. Try it, something else, fail at it, so you can get successful. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you need to do until you get successful, kind of thing. So there's this analogy that I draw when we have this life school, effort. So when it comes to effort, we speak about two things. We speak about not being able to see your goal. You can't see it because there's steps, right? There's steps to it. So your goal is on the top floor. You can't see it right now, and you don't know how many steps it is to get to the top floor. So if we didn't take the lift to get into here, like, you don't know how many steps it is to get here.
No, not by exact number.
But if we did, we tackled every step one by one, we would get here and get to success, get to the prize. But the problem is you can't see it. You can't quantify it. So keep pushing and keep doing keep trying things. Keep trying, like, okay, let me try this. Let me try that. Let me try this. Let me try that. Thinking, okay, I don't like none of them, but you're 5 steps closer to actually finding what you like. Do you know what I mean? So that's what the failures are. They're just building blocks. So man, the staircase, right, you can't see it at the top. You can't see it there.
So you have to have almost like a picture in your mind, or create a version.
You have to almost literally, you have to create the version of it in your head, and then progressively one day go one step up, lay one brick, one step up, lay one brick. You keep doing that, you get a house, you get your goal.
Heavy.
Definitely.
So, bro, let's obviously that was an amazing segue. I think that was really good for people to kind of just get an insight into not just the way you think, but also a generalized topic. And like we said, it gets a bit specific when you're talking about who you are, where you come from. But let's round off by discussing and talking more about the Casual Ballers. You've hired and working with, should I say, a new team, different coaches. You kind of mentioned a few names and stuff. Like, what's it like working with that group, and what are the next steps in the next few months, bro?
That's the famo, we got a group chat, like we, they speak about, hey, like, the family. It's really, bro, like, it's, hey, like, even footballers, it's like a family, it's like a community. I'm telling you, this Casual Ballers thing is a family, bro. It's a community. Like, You know, everyone's got each other's back. Like you see it, the older players, they got the arm around the younger players. Hey, bro, don't beat yourself up. Hey, dude. Like it's genuinely a family, and it extends all the way to the staff. It's like we celebrate everyone's successes. We're there. We try and be there as much as they'd let you, you know, and be there for the failures and stuff. You know, we've got a staff group chat. It's me, it's Deshane, it's Forbesy, it's Babs.
Shout out
Forbesy. It's Connor, it's Hadi, it's Khalid, you know, and it's a mixture of, you know, a lot of them volunteer their time because they believe in the mission. They believe in the mission. They know that it's genuine. They know it's authentic, and they want to be a part of something that is genuine and authentic, and they want to bring their quality into, you know, a machine that is gonna go forward. You know,
as opposed to putting like, you know, coming in and being dictated to and have to mold yourself around what you are.
Exactly that. It's what's so important, like for us, I feel like, is that each individual I know is always trying to get better in anything that they're doing. Which is the same core values that I have, which is the same core values that we try and have in casual ballers and in the life skills. So I wasn't there in the session last Saturday, but I know when they did life skills, it was, you know what I mean? It was lit. It was like, no, do this, do that, make sure you do this, now build this, build that, build this. You know what I mean? It was about respecting our body, so in terms of diet and stuff. So I know that the message was very, very clear, you know, and it's like, and it'll be the same when we go to Reading, because you go Newcastle, get a Big Mac, you come down here, get a Big Mac, it's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not a different sort of thing. So when it comes to like the staff family, I'm so happy, and it's a mixture of ages. We got young bucks in there killing it. Young Hadi, this boy's 18, going nuts on him. He's going nuts on him, bro. He's got the charisma and the coaching ability of men. The men don't have that. I've seen big men,
big grown man,
big long coat,
with the long
tactics
coat.
board,
It's just like,
yeah.
Do you know
what I mean?
Bravado.
Yeah, I mean, I've been coaching for 20 years.
Yeah.
Boy ain't been alive for 20 years. He's colder than you. Do you know what I mean? That's just one example. Deshane, killer. And then he comes in, he leads by example a lot of the time. He's still, he's 19, 20, so he joins in sometimes, plays left back, plays midfield, plays centre mid, but then also leads the warm up, and also is leads by his voice, and he's loud and he's encouraging. You know, and then there's Babs, just the same as me, bro. This guy, he was here, he just be throwing more curse words, but I love swearing.
Love it.
But he's just as passionate, bro. Like, you know, I think you captured that, you got a piece of that when, you know, the last couple posts, when I think he said there's passion, then there's obsession. The greats are obsessed, and we are obsessed. You know what I mean? Yep. That's just a snippet of what Babs is like. You know, he's passionate.
I can see it. I can see it from watching. I didn't even have to meet him. I could tell.
He's the real deal, bro. He's not beating around the bush. He's the real deal in it. And then Forbesy, you know Forbesy, bro.
Listen, don't.
Come on, man.
Nothing needs to be said about.
Do you know what I mean? That guy comes in, and like,
he's such a legend.
He comes in and everyone gets a lift a little bit, and it's like, you know, he's nice, positive demeanor. But then, we were sizzling some zingers at Reading at the trial. This boy, the radar.
Stop it. I'm getting it out still.
Like, there was kids like standing around stretching and stuff. Yeah. And I'll step in this little gully, like in this little gully. Zing that to me. Okay, you need to chill. Take it off my foot,
they're wrapping it in.
And obviously, I'm not like I know what we're doing, innit? So I'm singing it back to him. Not as sick as he was singing it. I'll be real, like not as sick as he was singing it, but like we're singing him back and forth while the kids are having a water break and chilling. They're looking over. They're like, "Right, what's up?" Yeah. Oh my! Again,
hold up.
And he just controlled, and
he's just
these things. So when Forbesy comes around, that, you know what I mean, that
high level of understanding, and again, you know, it's just you don't have
to
say it. That's what I was going to say. The most is something about Forbes, and I remember this even from back in the day. Quiet confidence, but quiet confidence on the money, also willing to speak
on the money. Do you know quiet confidence on the money. That is Forbes.
And people see it, and like, it's hard because in football it's a very ratty, noisy game. You always say, "Come on, boys!" You get all those lads and you'd have man like Forbes and stuff. He would speak when the time needed it.
Yeah.
He would say unique things like, "No, come on, we need this, we need that from
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's got to be that."
Yeah.
And he wouldn't just be in your ear yapping for no reason. So it's intelligent
He
thinking.
uses his words concisely. Like, he uses his words well. He's not just a chitty chatter. But when he does speak, everyone pricks their ears up because, one, you know, like I say, the demeanor. Two, the demonstrations. This brother must know what he's talking about. And three, like, he don't speak a lot, so when he does speak, you do pay attention.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's a trifecta of like attention.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna when you're not out there seeking, trying to grab for it, when you just put the work in, when you put the time in, when you've earned it, then when you do speak and open your mouth, like you said, it's
100%. It's way more impactful. So, and then, you know, we've got Khaled. Khaled come in. I think he's the newest one that's come in, and he's at university, and Hadi's at university as well. He's at university right now, finishing up in his dissertation. Good coach, man. Good coach. I think he's working on his B license right now. Yeah, man, I got some plans for that guy too. So he's gonna take over a lot of the Sunday sessions, and he can play really well. You know, and like the information that he gives is very clear, you know, very one-on-one kind of based, and he's like, you know, he sees things that me and Babs don't see. A lot of the time, me and Babs often see through the same lens. Like, we see the game very similar, and Khaled sometimes might say, "What about overlap over there?" Yeah, I hear that. You know, he asks a question like, "Hey, but don't you think we should?" True. I agree or I disagree, you know, but it's
an opinion, and it's something to put forward. Whether you agree or disagree, sometimes it can be. You might go back later and be like, "Yeah, you know what? I disagreed with that at the game, but now
this
that I'm
time,
watching back, this time this actually works.
This game, this works." So So he's a very good addition to it, and he takes a lot of like the weight off like my back and Babs's back, because he's an older individual, not older than us, but like. I think he's like 25, 26. So he knows the thing, and
he's old enough to speak to them.
You know what I mean? He's got responsibilities, and he's, you know. And then we got Connor. Connor been there from Wadi. You know Connor. Yeah, no. Connor been there from Wadi. You know. So Connor, he's progressed loads. Still loads more to come. Like all of us have.
Yeah, of course.
But Connor, like, he's good with the youngers. You know, he's a different type of coach to the rest of us. He's more soft spoken. Pays attention to detail. You know, he buys into it. He's on the money when it comes to like timekeeping and professionalism, and he knows about the life skills because he'd been there when it was one session a week for 1 hour on a third of a pitch. He'd been there.
Them ones there. Shout out them ones as well, by the way.
He'd been
hard
there.
Times.
So he's at university now as well. So you know what's so good is that all of the people that I just mentioned just then. Everyone there has got like an influence in a different way. You know, I've got an influence, and Babs has, and everyone's got an influence. And ultimately, that's a lot of what life is like. You know, those that influence the most win. So
I say that again, bro.
Yeah, they do. So when it comes down to our industry, as coaches, not even our industry, bro, like sporting. You know what I mean? Sports and exercise fitness, bro. Like PTs, gym owners, coaches, private one-on-ones, public speaking, all that stuff, those are the people that have a lot of influence. So you think of it this way, like on this, like Saturday gone, Casual Ballers has the influence to attract 36 young people to go to a session on a Saturday afternoon from 2:45 until 5, consistently every Saturday. We influenced 36 minds to come. Now with that influence, what are we doing? So what's so sick is that, I say all that to say, all of us have our influence in different ways, but we all have the same moral compass when it comes to impact, changing lives, and doing things properly. So we're influencing 36 kids to come down to a session. Across the week, we're influencing 70 plus kids to, you know, engage in sessions or engage in online or this session or that session or messages or group chat, whatever. So across the week, we're 70 plus. But then it's like your influence is in the right hands, because every single one of the people I just mentioned are really trying to help you, really trying to get you to the next level in terms of mindset. You know, football is as well.
So
know,
we're not
so
half-stepping.
Comes to staff, bro, like, I'm just blessed and happy that, you know, those people have come along. I didn't search them out. They just came along. Me and Babs just bumped into each other, bro. Like, you know, I just got thrown into a school and met Connor, and Deshane turned up with his friend one day for a trial, and Kieran happens to be family, and Khalid's come through Babs. Hadi used to be a player, and I used to coach his Sunday team, and said, hey, you're alright, come to Casual Ballers, and now he's a coach. Like, these people just along my path, they just come along, and there's a lot of other people that have come along, and, you know, they didn't work out. They didn't have the right mold, or I didn't tell them to leave, but it went right for them, so they left. You know?
If it's not right for you, you know, the feeling won't be there. Right? Commitment won't be there.
So yeah, man, the family's good, bro. Family's strong.
Man. As I said before, man, I'm just proud to see from the sidelines, but even more so, you know, we've been talking behind the scenes, and you know, hopefully we're gonna get some nice collabs going. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to those.
Slide, bro. Come. What day is it today?
We got
Tuesday
today, innit?
Yeah, man. I've got a session tomorrow. You know what I mean? We got a session Friday. We got a session Saturday. We got a session Sunday. We got the Reading trial Sunday evening. You let me know. We got online match analysis Thursday. Yeah. It's lit, bro. Anytime.
Yeah, brother. I know.
Really get it, bro. Like,
see, this is the thing as well. When you're active, bro, and you're doing what you're doing when it's honourable work, because you're providing more than a service. You know, that's what I like to think of. When I think of football, I think of it more than you're providing a service, because certain things that you know, and you know, some of your coaches that you've mentioned that they know in their experiences, you can't pay for those. No. You know, a lot of the time we're paying for people to provide a service, and sometimes it's a skill. It's like, here you go, I can do that. Boom. Barber nice you up. You know what I mean? Like, whereas I think when you're in this lane, and I think that's why what you're doing, I think it's so powerful, is you're putting yourself forward, man. You're giving a piece of yourself consistently. And you know, you're able to grow with that, and other people add to it, and you know what I mean, you levy off each other. But yeah, man, like having that mindset, being able to give a piece of yourself as a service, I think that's probably some of the most honourable work we can do. You know?
100%. And so, it goes back to, again, something we spoke about off camera, like, provide something of value consistently, and there's no version of you failing. Like real value, added value, you know, over deliver. You know, someone turns up to your session, someone turns up to your podcast, someone turns up to, like when I turn up to the podcast, you give me a tour of the, you know what I mean, you didn't need to do that. I got water here waiting, you didn't need to do that. I got a little cloakroom right there, you didn't need to do that. You're over delivering, you see what I'm saying? So like, coaching, everything, bro, like if you over deliver consistently, there's no version of you losing. So, you know what I mean, that's my piece there.
Bro, I mean, on that last note, the consistency, I think I want to end it there, and I want to not go too far, because I want to get you back again soon. I want us to build that positive connection, because
there's always, I can talk for days, man.
I know, and so can we both can. We both can, but I think most importantly is that, like we said, we build that consistency, and these kind of things. And the reason why, for me, I've told people about this a lot on the podcast, why it's important, is because people who look like us haven't tended to have this level of representation, especially in the media. So I feel obligated, kind of like the same way in the coaching, to provide that option, provide that voice for certain people that otherwise would just go unnoticed or go under the radar until they bang, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, you seen blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I love to tell those stories, do you know what I'm saying? And things like this, hopefully down the line, man, storytelling, bro.
1,000,000%, bro. Like, doing things that are bigger than yourself, you know, that's when fear comes out the window, really. That's when you knock fear really out the building, when you start to say, this is bigger than myself. I'm doing something that's larger than myself. And as soon as you say that, everything else that used to scare you kind of goes away, or kind of gets quietened, because it was your fear, because you titled it yours. It's your humiliation. It's your fear of success. But now you're doing things that are bigger than yourself. You're doing it for the reason that it's for reasons that are bigger than yourself.
You know? But no, I mean, thank you for coming through.
Of course, bro. It's always love, man.
Good to see that you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're just making true. We're just building positively for the future. That's what it's about.
Build, man.
Shout out Casual Ballers first and foremost. Lastly, and all of the other coaches as well. You know, Babs was meant to come through today. It would have been nice to meet him, but I'm sure we're gonna link
Yeah,
up
we'll
again
get him
soon,
through
man.
another day. We'll get the whole staff.
Yeah, we'll get the whole man. We'll get a different room. We'll get a
Yeah,
conference room layout of
The
just.
staff, boy, it is lit, man.
Yeah, I
because
know,
we
I
was
can
doing
imagine.
another podcast before,
Yeah, I saw that one that you
Yeah.
sent me the link to that, and
Yeah.
that was sick. I like that.
and that was like it wasn't everyone. It was like
Yeah.
me, Babs, Hadi,
Yeah.
Deshane, and then a few of the players as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's funny, man.
Good
like,
vibes,
You
innit?
know what I mean?
Good to get the
That's-
man the bants. isn't
That's
it?
like
Oh,
a snippet of what happens at sessions.
Yeah.
Before, after sessions, banter flying, like it's sick, man.
that's the way it should be, man.
Yeah,
It should be natural, but organised at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
We've got to keep that organised if
Yeah,
we want to
yeah,
keep it
organized
rolling.
so you can showcase what's going on. Otherwise,
Facts.
you can't. You know what I mean? Nobody learns. Nobody knows, and you're the best kept secret again.
Yeah,
You know?
so true. Nah,
So-
ain't no secrets over here, man. We're
Yeah,
shouting
man.
it out.
That's
Big
it.
up Casual Ballers, man. Big up the family
Yeah.
behind closed
Love,
doors.
bro. Love.
And gonna get you back on again soon,
Yeah.
brother.
My guy.
Yeah.
Love.
Right, for you. Catch you on the next episode, peeps. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. And yeah, man.
Until next time, man. Let's
Until
do it.
next time. Peace out.